Hi Aries, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your weekly tarot check for the week of June 14th through June 21st, 2020. This is for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's for you guys, Aries. I hope you're all well. I do want to thank all of you again for watching the channel, subscribing, liking, sharing the videos. I really appreciate that, and I certainly appreciate uplifting comments. And it raises your vibration too, okay? So it's good for both of us. If you're new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. If you tap the bell, you'll be notified when new videos are posted, but it's generally every week, okay? So if you don't want the notifications, I will be posting a mid-month tarot check, and that's a little more detailed than the weeklies. It's a Celtic cross style, and it just gets into more information. So here we go. This is for the week of June 14th. What is going on here for Aries? Guidance, please, for Aries. Okay. Yeah, so we're going Flag Day to Father's Day. All right. Again, keep in mind, though, we're dealing with sacred mysticism here. It doesn't always align exactly to a week perfectly of our human timelines, but I'll do my best. Sunday, you start off with the Strength card. Monday, you've got the Eight of Cups. Tuesday, you have the High Priestess. And Wednesday, you've got the Hermit. Thursday, you have the Five of Wands. Friday, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Saturday, you have the Queen of Wands, and then the Page of Wands concludes on Sunday. So, right off the bat, okay, we've got Leo, Taurus, we've got Earth here, we've got Virgo, we certainly have fire, but I do feel it like you have, there's definitely some kind of suppressed situation here. There's somebody who's not being true to themselves. They're trying to figure out who they are. I do think they have feelings for you. I do. I don't think they're going to do anything about it this week, but I feel like they are not, I can't say that enough. They're not being true to themselves. I get that very strongly. For those of you that are new too, you can find some very general readings on YouTube, and there's no shame in that game, okay? I do read a little more in depth. I'm a clairvoyant, and I'm a medium, and so I do get phrases, I get images, I get all kinds of things coming in, and I'm going to give you those. So some people don't like the specific nature of it because it does sometimes it kind of goes all over the place, and I apologize for that, but it's somebody's message. It's somebody's reading. It's not everybody's reading, but it's always somebody's. So I do want to share that with you because I know the cards. I could sit here and give you a very general message just based on the cards, but I like to give what I get. So with the Strength card here, you've got this infinity symbol, right? I feel like you have a lot of potential right now in your life, but it's kind of like inert without action. And that goes along really with the High Priestess. It's all about potential, but if you don't take any action, it doesn't manifest into anything. It's just potential unrecognized. And so this may be for the other person, but somebody here needs to take some action. And I do feel like the end of the week action is more in the energy field, but the beginning of the week, I don't see a ton of action. You've got two eights here, which are about movement in the tarot, but you've got this one where there's no movement really. She's just basically suppressing this lion. And this card in general with Strength, it's about understanding that you're capable of more than you realize. You're recognizing your potential here, but again, there needs to be some action applied to it, or it won't move forward. It'll just be, like I said, it'll be the stagnancy that's kind of a source of frustration. And again, that could be your feeling towards the other person too, that they are not moving forward into something that certainly does have potential. So you've got the Eight of Cups here on Monday, and this is definitely about walking away from something, but ascending. It's moving upwards. So I do feel like whoever you're dealing with is they are trying to figure themselves out, but I feel like they're ways away from that. They are, they're on an ascending soul's journey. They're not, I don't get the impression this person is like addicted to darkness or addicted to the shadow side. It's not like that as much as there's a fragility about them. There's some kind of an issue with them really becoming one, really letting go of that ego, letting go of, this sort of narcissism that plagues them, but it turns them into almost childlike in their behavior. They can see it, they can see it, but they're just not able to quite let go of it. So I feel like they're on some kind of a journey here. And so for some of you, you may be more of an observer of it. Again, I don't feel like there's a lot of communication coming forward from this person. It definitely feels like there's an internal journey going on here. So on Tuesday, you've got the High Priestess. And I think I mentioned this before, that the High Priestess it's also about using your intuition, but it's a passive card, okay? So when you see this, it gives the mind a chance to work. So be aware of that, because if you find that you have a great addiction to thinking, like a lot of people do, you may find that you may overthink things a little bit on Tuesday. So just be aware of it. The great thing about the tarot is it gives you guidance so you can avoid pitfalls. You can align yourself, know that it's coming, and when you see it, go, oh, this is what she was talking about. I'm going to make sure that I pivot and go in another direction here. This person, though, they're very afraid to open up to people. I feel like they act like everything's just fine when it's not really. I feel like this person has a lot of secrets, and secrets keep us sick. It's like when you have, when you're seduced into lying and not being true to yourself, you have many, many options, right? Because you can keep telling a different story. When you are working with the truth, there's only one story. And I feel like more will be revealed for this situation and this person. They need to find themselves. And I feel like there needs to be a separation here for whoever this is for, because they are unable to do it. And if you're watching and you think this is my twin flame, they need this separation because they're unable to ascend when they're in this relationship. And that's just how it is. But again, I do feel like there's some hidden feelings here, but there may be too just some information, like something that this person has been through before that they have not told you. It feels almost like, I don't know if they've had like some other kind of like attraction to same sex or a relationship or something that they are not wanting to reveal. But it does feel like, or it's possible there was abuse there too. But it just feels like something they don't, again, their feelings they don't want to come forward with, but I feel like there's some other part of them that has them feeling very ashamed on some level. They don't know how, and they don't want to necessarily reveal it. So on Wednesday, you've got the Hermit here. And again, not a lot of communication, but this is all about leaving society, but not leaving humanity. Okay, so the Hermit is a guide. The Hermit wants to help the soul on the journey. So it's not a complete disconnection necessarily. So you may find that you have some synchronicities happening. Okay, you see things that remind you of this person, whether it's their date of birth or the car that they drive or some song or some restaurant that you like to go to. Things like that come up because there's still a connection universally with this person. And they need, like I said, they need this time to go within and to be still and know. And that could certainly be you. Like I said, somebody here needs to do that for themselves. So if you think, no, this is really me that you're describing, quiet your mind. It's a card of meditation, a card of reflection, and a card of great self-discovery. So it's really time to be connected. Now, some of you, I feel you already are that way, and that's where I get it's the other person. So I do feel like the next part of the week, the mood gets a bit lighter. There may be on Thursday a sort of a sense of competition in your life, and it's a change card. When we see fives in tarot, that's about change. So to some extent, you may find there's more communication coming through or more connection, more contact in some way. You might run into somebody that's a mutual acquaintance or even a relative of this person and have a discussion. And just be careful to kind of temper that if that's you and that ends up happening, that you just are aware of not going back into negativity, not falling back into the past, moving forward and continuing to, if you want a reconciliation with this person, see the strengths in the situation, or even if you don't want a reconciliation but you just want to be on flat ground with them. Now on Friday you've got very nice stability, and you have it going all the way through the next weekend. So this is great for you. You have this Queen of Pentacles, and so for some of you, you may, if you've still been waiting for refunds that have been hanging out there, you may get some money sent your way, or at least communication that it's coming. The Queen of Pentacles, though, too, is even though you're a fire sign, you have the Queen of Wands next. I definitely feel like you are going to be feeling really good about your appearance. You're going to be feeling overall victorious is what I get. Like, you're going to look at your life and see, I put in a lot of stuff. This area is not complete in my life, but I trust the universe that it will come to completion. I trust the universe that the things will be brought in and delivered as they always are, and they will be. But you definitely have some new opportunities coming in here, and it's financially feels very good towards the end of the week. Like, you've got some things coming in, some confirmation I'm getting. You get confirmation on something that feels stable. If you've had a little bit of anxiety in an area of your life to do with money, you'll get some confirmation that will make you be at ease. And you can't be much easier than the Queen of Wands when you're in Aries, okay? She's, she's in her power. And again, I feel like you are looking good and feeling like you're getting into a groove again, where maybe things have been reflexive. It's like you've been, with every turn and twist, you've been managing it, but it's like, Christ, I can't keep doing this. I need a break, and you're going to get one, okay? So if you feel like I have had a hard time here with some of this, that it's just been a lot on me. I've been spread thin. I have not felt completely connected to my source. That energy is shifting for you. And I do feel like you might have some time this weekend with a good friend. I get a real feeling of loyalty with this card. Like, there's someone very loyal who you are going to have a conversation with or contact with, and it just kind of solidifies that sense of security and well-being in you. You also have you'll have more opportunities coming on Sunday with the Page of Wands. So you definitely have inspired thoughts coming through. Inspired actions are going to be at your fingertips. So some of you may, after the beginning of this with a stagnant energy, may take matters into your own hands and move forward with contacting. It's like I said, it's possible by the end of the week and into the next week where there's some kind of communication that comes through. But I don't feel at the beginning of the week. I feel it's much more stagnant energy, and then moves into a nicer place, especially for your element. So we'll close here. For those of you that are interested in love, you've got an oracle card to attract more love. Slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. We didn't talk a lot about new opportunities here, but that's definitely your guidance, because at the end of the week too, you start to get really in your element, and that would be a fantastic opportunity to start drawing that towards you. And then we'll close things out this week with Abraham Hicks, Asking It Is Given. Money isn't everything, but you're right when you think money isn't everything. You certainly do not need money to have joy in your experience, but in your society where so much of what you live is tied to money in some way, most of you associate money with freedom. And since freedom is a basic tenet of your being, then coming into alignment with money will help you establish a balanced footing that will be of value to you in all other aspects of your experience. So it's very true, right? We have to be careful, and I think a lot of you are students of the universe and understand this, saying things like, instead of saying, I can't wait for this to happen, saying, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this to come through. And it will, when we can align with those feelings. It always does. I've seen it in my own life, and I've seen it in others too. So you can definitely have, do, or be anything. There's nothing stopping you. I love you so much, Aries, and I'll be back again soon.